Hello everyone, welcome back to our Google Vids tutorial series. In today's video, we will see some of the basics of creating videos. So the first thing you want to do, of course, is start a new video. And here we are going to choose a blank video, although we could have also chosen a template. And now here we have our blank canvas, and the first thing you want to do in order to add some elements is click on Insert, and then you have a few different options. Here we have Upload, Drive, and Photos, Stock and Web. All of these work fine. For now, we are going to click on Upload and select some pictures that we have on our computer. I'm going to select this one. All right, here we have our picture, and now we can edit it however we want to make it fit into the canvas. So as many other, editing softwares do, there are a few pins on the image, and through these pins you can change the size of the picture. Also, you can change its proportion by clicking on these ones that are on the sides. Once the red line appears, the original proportions are back in the pictures. And here we have another red line, which means that we have reached the border of the canvas, and anything over that border will not display in the final video. Of course, this happens also on the other sides as well. So now we will be able to see a few different options for the pictures themselves. We have here a few masks here. We can also crop the picture. When you crop the picture, of course, you will delete the areas that are lower in opacity, as you can see here, and so on. It's really easy to use. I am going to show you the masks. These are called masks. They're basically shapes in which your picture will be displayed. And I'm going to show you really quick. As you can see here, we have masked the picture, and we can also add an animation or select the format options here. And if we right click, we can choose cut, copy, paste without formatting. We can delete the whole thing. We can add alt text to make our content more accessible. We can rotate. We can rotate clockwise by 90 degrees, rotate anti-clockwise by 90 degrees. We can flip it horizontally and vertically. We can center it on the scene both horizontally and vertically. If we do both, we'll have the picture at the center of the canvas. We can add a comment, we can add an animation, we have format options. Of course, we can crop the image, we can replace the image through uploading it from our computer, from our drive and Google Photos, through stock images and web images, and we could also replace it with some recording that we could also do through this button right here. We can reset the image and we can set the image as background. All right, so first thing we want to do is see what copy does. Of course, it's also the same as clicking Ctrl C and Ctrl V. As you can see here, the image has been copied with the same exact properties. All right, now we can see the order. This is very important. So basically, when you place an image, you have a few layers. And if I want to bring this one in the back, I have to click on Order and click on Send Backwards or Send Back. If we have more than two images, we can click. We have more than, two images. Send to back means that you send it as the last one. Further in the back, send backwards, sends it by just one layer. We can rotate, of course, as we have seen before. And now we are going to see what the animations are all about. So we have a few. We have enter and exit. Here now, right now it is none. But as you can see here, we can, of course, adjust the duration. We have the slide, we have the rise, we have the scale, we have the spin, we have this breathing option, we have this elastic side, we have the kind of toaster animation. We can make it pop. There's the stomp, the twist, the shake, and the flicker. We also have loop, which is basically fade, and it lasts for the whole clip. We have the flicker, we have the hover, we have the pulse, the shake, the spin again, we have the breathe, we can make it bounce, and we can make it wiggle. We also have photo effects, which are only applied to, what's inside of the mask. And here we can set the loop duration, we can set the direction. As you can see here, it's moving towards the direction that I selected. We can select zoom in, and we can select how long the look lasts, of course, and so on. Same for the zoom out. Then we have the breathe option, the zoom in fast, and then we have the zoom out fast. We could also apply effects to the whole scene, but in order to do that, we should set the picture as our background, like this. Okay, perfect. We're going to delete this through right-clicking and clicking cut. Of course, here the proportions aren't quite right, but it's going to be fine for, our first project. We have few transitions, few animations that we could apply to the scene. Of course, these work if we have more than one element on the canvas. So I'm going to add another one. We can click on Insert, Upload again, and select another picture. We have some more pumpkins. All right, and now we will see what these effects do. As you can see here, as you can see here, the existing animation in the scene will be replaced. Got it? And here each object on the canvas will show up at the right time. We will see this better in the next video. Just so you know, you can absolutely apply this even with just one picture. And as you can see here, we have many animations to choose from. And so on. So what if I wanted to add this picture into another clip? So first thing you want to do is add a new scene. Then you go back here. You can copy this image and paste it here. All right, now we have our image that has been pasted. And now what we can do is set the image as the background. Now let's go back here. I'm going to show you a few more options. The format options, which are very interesting. Here we have a series of adjustments we can make. We can have size or rotation, which are more precise than the ones we have seen earlier. We can adjust the size by pixels, the width scale, the height scale. We can lock the aspect ratio. We can scale the object. And the rotation, we can customize it. For example, if I want to rotate something by 65 degrees, I can absolutely do that. We could also flip by 90 degrees. We can flip it horizontally and vertically, of course. Then we have the position. From top left or center, we can select some coordinates in order to, make it more centered. We can recolor. There's a few options here. We have this, hit the light. As you can see here, we have quite a few. And there's the darks. We have grayscales, negative, and sepia. Right now, we are not going to select it. We have adjustments. Of course, there's opacity. As you can see here, it's kind of become see-through. There's the brightness. Fortunately, there's no blending modes here. This is quite a simple website. We have the contrast and so on. We can also reset everything to 0. We can have a drop shadow. We can heighten the opacity, the angle. I'm going to show you better what I mean. See, it's right there behind the picture. And we also can adjust the blur radius to whatever we want. Okay, we can also add alternative text, which will show up once, someone who has a disability or someone who has trouble seeing our content will try to display. We'll also click on advanced options and add a title to our image. Now we can see what the record button does. So basically what it does is basically you can enter a script here, and once you start recording, you can read the script straight from here and it will be automatically recorded on our video. We will see this better in the next one, but of course you can adjust the scene, write whatever you want here, and you can see the scripts here. They will automatically change once the time is up on a click. All right. What else? We can add text, of course. We can click on Insert, Text, and we can choose a few headlines here. Of course, we can add the classic title, subtitle, and body text. Okay, so we have this little text. We can choose the font. There's quite a few. I'm going to just use this for now. We can adjust the size, as you can see here. Then we can make it bold. We can make it italics. We can underline it. And then we have the color of the text itself, as you can see here. Of course, we have also the possibility to, mark it with a marker. And we can also edit the styles. Styles are basically your palette for the whole video. Here we have a preset one, but of course you can edit it. As you can see here, we have the hexadecimal code, the RGB one. You can also color pick from the picture and so on. And then once you're done, you click OK, and it will edit the palette. Also, you can edit the fonts. Here's the current font. We can select a new one. And we can edit the second one as well, as we can see here. All right, another thing we can do is we can basically edit the background. You can also make the background transparent if we want. But right now I'm going to add some color. As you can see here, we can add the colors from our palette and so on. Another thing we can do, especially if we select a darker color, is add a gradient. So basically here you can see that we have different presets. And you can also customize your own gradient. We have radial and linear. As you can see here, we can select the angle. We can also customize it. We can add gradient stamps and add more colors to our gradient. As we can see here, this is not really nice to look at, but it does the job. All right. And we can also select where the middle color will stay. Perfect. We have seen the gradients. Now we are going to see how to effectively edit our video. So the preset clip is 5 seconds long. In order to make it longer, we just drag it forward. If we want to make it shorter, we drag it backwards. It's very, very simple. Another thing we can do is to grab this little playhead, right click, and then duplicate the scene. Or another thing we can do is split the scene, which is useful when we want to add effects at a certain point in time, but we can't. So I'm sure you have noticed these little icons here. These are called transitions, and they're very simple. Basically, they ease into the next clip. As you can see here, we have dissolve, fade, we have push. We also regulate the duration and the direction. We have the slide, we have the scale, we have the spin, the flicker, and so on. Right now I'm going to set it to dissolve. And this is it. Let's watch the video. In order to play the video, of course, we can click on the preview here and it will show us our video. We are going to delete these two because we don't really need them. In order to play the video in full screen, you click on this icon. And as you can see here, we have our little preview. And if we go back, we have our video saved automatically onto the app. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.